Welcome to PEP Supplies. Today we're going to be demonstrating how to use our refillable, reusable injection pens. First, you want to gather up all of your supplies. We have our refillable pen, our reconstitution needle, our vitamin B12 shot in this vial. We have our pen needle, an alcohol swab. We have a venting needle and a disposable cartridge for your pen. Just in case, we have an additional insulin syringe and your trusty orange for injection. You always want to make sure you start with clean hands and a clean work surface. First step, you're going to draw up your syringe into the reconstitution needle. Remove it from the sterile packaging. As reconstitution needles are lure lock syringes, always make sure you give the needle itself a turn to the right to make sure it's secure with the syringe. Take the B12 or anything that you're using and pop off the plastic top. If you have any issues with the metal tab attaching to the vial, simply take your scissors, cut it off cleanly close to the top, and just make sure there are no jagged edges. This should be sterile since it was just opened, but you can always make sure by taking your alcohol swab and giving it a little clean. Then, uncap your reconstitution needle. The cartridges that you're filling are always 3 milliliters. So you want to draw back the plunger of the reconstitution needle to 3 milliliters. And then make sure you don't put it far enough into the liquid, and then press the plunger so that 3 milliliters of air enters the vial. You want to make sure that whatever you're taking out of the vial is displaced with air. Then you're going to turn it upside down and draw out 3 milliliters of B12. Next, you're going to place the cap back on your syringe and set it to the side. Next, you're going to disassemble your pen and chamber. First, remove the top, set it to the side. This is the chamber. Unscrew it from the pen and remove your disposable cartridge from the sterile packaging. Take your pen. If the plunger is sticking out, just make sure it's pushed in or at least flush with the pen, and then place on top of the chamber. Give it a twist, applying pressure. Now it's assembled. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to place the venting needle on top of the rubber stopper. So grab your alcohol swab, give it a clean, and then remove your venting needle from the sterile packaging. Take off the top, and there you have the end of the pen with the cartridge installed. You're going to take the venting needle and place it just inside the rubber stopper to the side. That way you have room for your syringe to fill the cartridge. Take your syringe, remove the cap. You're going to place the syringe next to the venting needle, but further down, and slowly press the plunger and fill the cartridge. You don't want to do it too fast so that the venting needle has time to let the air out. Remove the syringe, place the cap back on, and set to the side. Now you can remove the venting needle and place the cap back on. In case you don't have a venting needle, one option is to use any insulin syringe. Just take off both caps and completely remove the plunger. You can use this as a venting needle by doing the same thing, placing it slightly down inside the rubber stopper, and this will let air escape as you're filling your cartridge. Next thing you're going to do is check and see if there are any air bubbles. Very often there will be air bubbles in the cartridge. So to displace the air bubble, take the tab off of your sterile pen needle, place it on top of the chamber and turn to the right. Once it's tight, remove the cap, and then remove the inside safety cap. You want to make sure that the bubble is at the top, and then just turn the dial on the pen, and you're slowly going to push that air bubble out. And you'll know when the B12 starts to come out the top. You can always place a napkin underneath if any additional liquid is coming out. And just check to see if your air bubble is gone. The air bubble is now gone. Now you're ready for an injection. If you're not going to use the pen right away, replace the safety cap and place the top back on the pen. Now it will be ready to use next time you're ready, but store it in a cool, dry place. If you are going to use it now, dial the amount of units that you would like to inject onto the pen. Right here is 30 units. If you're ready to inject, take off the top, remove the safety cap, and then place the top back onto the pen. Next, prepare your injection site. Take your alcohol swab and thoroughly clean the injection site. This pen has 30 units dialed in, and then you are going to, at a 90-degree angle, press the plunger down onto the injection site. At this point, put one finger, thumb or index finger on top of the pen and gently press the top of the pen until it reaches 0. Give it a few seconds to allow the plunger to inject the fluid into the injection site and release. That's all there is to it. You can remove the top of the pen, replace the safety cap, and then the outer cap onto the pen needle. Turn to the left to unscrew the cap. Now no more liquid will escape from the pen, and it's ready for storage. Thank you for choosing PEP Supplies. All the products you've seen here are available at pepsupplies.com.